says that you're going to be live stream. I accidentally clicked leave meeting instead of got it. Oh well, sorry about that. Good thing I started early for once, and we are ready. Damn. What's going on, everybody in YouTube? Welcome to our NFP live trading. Hopefully you guys learn something, make some money, whatever the case may be. As always, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Check the links in the bio or in the description if you are looking for our free Telegram room, our mentorship, our Instagram, any of that kind of good stuff will be in the description. But yeah, so let's see what kind of numbers we get here for NFP, and let's see if we're able to catch a nice trade. As always, we will see exactly what the numbers give us, and hopefully we will get some decent trades to finish out the week. How's everybody doing this morning? Everyone doing all right this morning? My lad, I'm doing all right. Glad to hear you were also doing good. Hoping to be doing a lot better after this NFP, though. I'll tell you that. But as always, we will see. Thank you for all your analysis. Much appreciated. Of course, that's our job here. Help you guys learn. Oh, is that Away said something in analysis? What did he say? Oh, I see you, Awais. That's awesome, Michael. I'm a big fan of the weekend myself. Mostly because some of my closest friends work normal job. Well, not normal jobs, but they have like a 9 to 5 kind of a job or some kind of a business that requires a lot more time during the week. I get to hang out with them. All right, we got 1 minute until these numbers drop. What you guys think is going to happen? Did you sell gold? Maybe. As always, if you're here on the YouTube, please drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Check the description if you're interested in any of our social links, our free Telegram, our mentorship, our Instagram. We hope to see you guys here more often. Let's see what these numbers are. We got 9 seconds. Place your wagers, everybody. And numbers were much higher on NFP. 339 versus 190 expected. So, FF fam, as we outlined yesterday, we should see a pretty steep drop, right? That doesn't mean it has to happen, right? You can always have fuckery happen. But based off of that number, we should have a steep drop on gold, $20 to $30. Unemployment rate came in higher than expected. So that is one thing that's not the best for a gold sell, as a higher than expected unemployment rate is bearish for the USD. So we will just have to see how exactly everyone takes this information, and hopefully they're on the same side as us in terms of sells, right? And as I mentioned to you, FFM earlier, I did not get in these index trades yet. I was just looking at early entries, what they would look like. But if I was going to get into a trade on an index right now, I would be trying to buy both. The hardest part would be trying to figure out a decent stop. As you see, this one with spread could have gotten taken out. I was just kind of using some prior lows. But it might be best to get active on that 930. But yeah, we shall see. Ideally, what we want to see here on gold is we really want a big fucking bearish move. Like I'm talking $10 or more, which right now we haven't got. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but as always, patience pays. So ideally, I would like a close below 68 to bring us down towards 62. But we will see. And then, as I mentioned, right, the higher NFP, we should get bullish on pretty much across the board on indexes. I'd be looking to target 33,333 and then 33.5 key level. Over here on the NAS, whatever you like to call it. The next level I really have marked up is this 14,850 level. We zoom out on our chart, we can see yeah, as long as we break this top, that's really what I would be seeing. You can see back here on the weekly, we could have a little struggle at 14,620-ish, right about there. But if we are able to break that, we should have no problem seeing that 14, what I said, 8, 6, no, 14, 8, yeah. Kind of an anticlimactic NFP for now. Always look forward to trading NFP, but she's just not wanting to budge today. Not the biggest fan of that, if I'm going to be real. We had 150 higher than expected. Last time we only had about 80, more than 80K more than expected, and we had a much bigger push down. So that's not the best thing to be seeing. But like I mentioned, patience will pay. Hopefully today, patience will pay. But yeah. Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of the fact that we haven't seen this push to the downside. Really was hoping for a lot more movement already. If we can't close this 15 lower than the prior, lower than this low right here, and ideally this, I'll end up minimizing my position size. I mean, in my opinion, we really should have seen a much steeper drop already. You know, sometimes that happens with news. You don't get exactly what you're expecting. But for a much higher NFP, the fact we are lagging like this much is not giving us the best feeling. It shouldn't, at least, you know what I mean? We should not be seeing this much struggle with a 130,000 higher NFP number. You know what I mean? See what exactly stocks are doing. Stocks are pushing up. At least they're really trying to. So, you know, maybe gold is just lagging around trying to get people to enter. I'm not really sure. But it's definitely not what we want to see with gold. Just, you know, literally just fucking around at these highs. I'm gonna keep this up here. See, we got that. I really am not happy with this NFP. Very boring. Haven't had one of these in a while. One of these super boring NFPs. It's really telling me maybe I should minimize some of my position. Like, what the fuck? How are you guys feeling about this NFP number? What are you guys thinking in your head, right? I don't know how many people are watching this YouTube live, but hey, it takes half of a second to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So you should do that. Follow the free Telegram room in the description. Follow the Instagram, you know, all the good things. Come on, Old Faithful. You know what to do. I mean, it followed that rough price trajectory that we had outlined last night, like very well, right? And that's really just a rough price um, analysis. I don't give a fuck about predicting how price moves. I care more about being able to trade where it goes, right? Um, but let's just be honest, that was really nice price forecast that we had, right? Seeing something like that always makes my tummy tingle. Because I didn't trade none of that shit. I don't care about what happens in Asia on before NFP. I don't care what happens in London, but you know, did expect us to really just stay and make a little bit of consolidation, pull back down to those prior higher lows, which is, we came in between there, right? Probably right around the 23, possibly 38. Yeah, at 23, then back to the highs, and then, back to those prior higher lows. It's just nice to see that. Come on now. Is this, you getting a delayed reaction? I guess sometimes this delayed reaction could be better, right? We could have just had a bunch of banks just say, fuck it, hit that 10 million lot sell button, right? But as I said, we want to close below this prior higher low. Got 23 seconds, so hopefully we don't get any unexpected fuckery. But as long as we have that, we should be good for the continued bearish push to the downside. And first main level would be this prior high mixed with this retest we had here right at 38. We got that nice close. So as always, I'm gonna expect lower, right? I wanted that. We got a 6-1 and a 3-8 right around each other, so we can mark that level up. Just cause that'd be the long term 38, the short term 6-1, and that would be, I'd say, about $15 to $20 from that NFP move. $13, close enough. So and another thing that we really want to see is if we get this if we're gonna come up higher, we really just want to retest and further downside. We do not want to come back higher. We did leave a no wick, so that's not the brightest thing, which means if you want to take a quick partial at any time, go for it, because that no wick at some point we will fix. At some point we will come back to that, whether that is right now or whether that is in 3 weeks, who knows? It's a 15-minute no wick, probably even a 5. Yeah, so it should happen somewhat fast, but for now, we're just going to stick with this break of structure that we have and try to ride her down. Take a quick look at our indexes real quick. With this NAS, with NAS, I'm really just going to see if we can tap into this area of demand that we have marked up. If we can tap into there, we might be able to get a nice buy off. Looks like we got, no, there's not a no wick there. But if we could tap into this area of demand, I'd be more likely to buy. If not, when we bust the top, I'd be looking for an impulse entry. US 30. We got this prior 15 open area that we could easily retest. But same as NAS, if we just continue higher, we'll look for a little bit of consolidation and an entry with that if we're trying to get entries. But for right now, my full focus is on gold, trying to make sure she stays good. If you want, you could throw that stop loss at break even. Ideally for me, I want to see another strong 15-minute close, which will get me really feeling more confident about the sell. But as always, you can throw that stop at break even or even tighten it up to about 81.5. So these highs right here, right there, 81.5. My spread is normally anywhere from 45 to 70. So 4 to 7 pips. So if we just add that in, if we just add 1 pip in there, you would have, 82 as the stop, right? Just to protect you from any unknown fuckery. Don't trust that thing. Just made the position smaller. Just a feeling, hey, always being risk aware is always a good thing in the market. There's never anything wrong with that. Excuse me. Nice one. Short looks good now. I'm looking for 1900 in a week or two. Yeah. I mean, it really, for me, kind of depends on where we close today. If we do take back 1950 and lower, we should be en route to 1900. I definitely agree with you there. Thank you for your kind words, sir. And I definitely do like to sell a lot more now too. I guess we really just had that bit of a delayed reaction. It's hard sometimes with news because you have a prior month where you get, say, $30 in 15 minutes, and then on your news you're trading now, you get $7 in the same amount of time, and you're like, hey, what the hell, man? That's really just how it goes. You can't always expect a exact move like last time, even with even better news. If stuff was so repeatable like that, people would be knowing exactly what to do, exactly what to expect, and it really would just cause, in my opinion, market makers to be like, all right, look, if they know we're going to sell gold, why don't we buy it first? Shit like that. That lower trend line on gold. The one trend line on gold that I want to have taken out is this massive daily and weekly trend line. right here. Like we bounced off of this either beginning of this week or early or late last week. If we get this trend line to break, we're due for a big push down towards like 1860, right? We bounced off of it on Tuesday after we had collected some liquidity from this daily level right over here, which I outline all the time about where we mark up levels, right? Once we collected that, we just stayed there for about 3 days and then we pushed off that trend line. And, if we're able to break that, we should get a pretty big push to the downside, heading towards that, obviously, that 1900 level. And then overall, depending on how price pushes and what kind of fundamentals we have, we could see 1800 easily. But yeah, let's see what you mean by that lower. I think that lower trend line, I think you're meaning about this one right about here. So if we break this trend line, right, I do agree with you. We should have no problem seeing the bottom end of this range that we had established previously. Which, something like that would be amazing to see, especially to end the week. You know what I mean? If we could, let me get rid of some of this stuff. It's looking like my daughter's coloring book. If we could get this trend line break, that would be amazing, because then we could once again bounce off of that daily trend line and head towards another daily buying level / bottom end of that key level, that 1945 to 55 key level, that whole $10 range. That would be amazing. We're getting a pretty fucking big rejection right now. But as always, patience will pay. And if you want, whenever you're happy, if you're in the trade, take some partials. No one's telling you to stay in the trade until oblivion. But this hourly should be closing pretty nice. Still leaves that room for how about that 4 hour? Another hour. Damn. Still leaves room for that retest here. But the thing is we did retest it in this 15. On hour, though, is where you could end up really seeing that retest seem a little bit more likely. I just moved that up just a little bit to match hourly bodies. But yeah, as always, pull your stop loss down to about 82, anywhere 82.2 to 82.5. That way you don't have some kind of unexpected thing happen and you fucking lose 80 pips, right? Because initially we did start out with that 80 pip stop. I mean, I just moved my stops to 82.5 right now. No problem, Paulie. I'm not gonna say that name. I don't know how to say it. Sorry. No problem. I mean, you have a good outlook on it. You have a good analysis. I agree with you. Like I said, though, really looking for today to see 55 is where I'm hoping to see today. That way I could take my partials at 55. Nick. Just Nick. I wonder what our indexes are doing. Well, I didn't get that alert. Oh, I did. Cheers, mate. Hope you have a good weekend. You share great analysis. Thank you. Running in profit with you. Thank you. I appreciate those words. Well, we had that hour close. I wasn't really even paying attention. Oh, yeah, I was. I think I spoke on it. Well, I think that will just about conclude this YouTube stream. Um, I'm really just going to be watching the trade to see if we can spot any kind of rejection that's worthy of us either taking partials or getting fully out of the trade. As I mentioned, though, ideally, I'm looking to come at least to about 1965, hopefully 1955 by the end of today, and maybe even lower. But as always, if you enjoyed the live, if you're looking for more education or even just free content, check the links in the description. We have our free Telegram there. We have our Instagram there, our mentorship links, all the good kind of things. Hopefully, you guys all had a great week. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you guys next week.